What's good, guys? It's your bro Geeked Out Malc. The album is done. Human. Let's talk about this record and why it's spelled that way and other insight about this album and why you should stream it now or when it comes out on all your platforms. Stream it, buy it in fact. Get on that iTunes. Human, Humen. I spelled it this way because at the end of it, the gist of it is just about the human condition. We are all flawed individuals. I've always struggled with perfectionism, and on this album I allowed myself to be a human, make mistakes, not have the perfect environment to record in. I did a lot of this, after work. My wife wakes up at 7 a.m. So a lot of it is me being too quiet to be yelling and screaming, right? And I also allowed myself to not write on this album. Instead, I did my punching process, which is very anti-hip hop, I guess. A lot of people diss people who punch in and whatnot as amateurish, and it's a whole nother skill to write. I will admit that. I always feel like music is just about emotion and moving people, and like you don't need to write to move people. You don't need to. Sometimes writing, in fact, takes away from it. When you're just thinking about punchlines and you're thinking about how to say something slick, you're not thinking about like how does this line actually land. I started most of my, when I first started rapping, I won't say I started on AOL, but it was a very big platform for me, and I was a youngin', a lot of those people on AOL at the time, they were like 30 years old and up, and I was like a 12-year-old, going on AVC, AOL voice chat rapping and doing stuff like that. And I've always kind of just had to prove myself. I've always had to make sure my penmanship is good and make sure that, it's always been a competition. And this time I'm allowing myself to hop out of the competition and just play. I'm reading this book, Finite and Infinite Games, and the gist of that is just about there's infinite games and there's finite, I say finite games, right? Infinite games are games that they have no boundaries. They have no end to them. We're so used to these finite games of just like, winning these titles and being, the best rapper or, the hottest rapper or, all this other bullshit that's just like, what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, it makes us slaves. We have to constantly chase the hottest, constantly chase the hit records, constantly chase this and that, to where we don't play anymore, we don't experiment anymore. I think one of the most revolutionary rappers of all time is Lil B, and I didn't understand him at my early age because I was so stuck on this competition and so stuck on, you gotta be this type of lyrical, this type of lyricist, you gotta have bars, you gotta be flowing on beat, you gotta do all of this stuff. I think Lil B was one of those rappers who had the courage to just express himself in whatever way that meant. So I'm allowing myself to just express myself and hop out of the competition. It's not about that no more. It's just about expression, Before language, there was music. Like language was used to transmit emotion, and sometimes we just forget. I said music was used to transmit emotion, right? I didn't mean to say language. Language is deceiving. I say it on language uses camouflage. Tower of Babel ramble on. Man can't stand his God. Like, we use language to deceive others. I wanted to just hop out of that, bro, and just give my emotions. Okay, so every song is of course produced by me, written by me, mixed by me. I say mixed in that way because it's not my favorite mixing. I could have definitely mixed better, but I didn't want to spend too much time on that process. The beats aren't mixed really, but the vocals are mixed, and I just limited the hell out of it. I love loud music, so I wanted my music to be loud. The dynamics aren't really there, but that's at the end of the day, The next music I release will be more so mixed better, but who cares? You know, at the end of the day, I listen to a lot of underground and Memphis stuff, so I'm used to mixes being crazy. So yeah, and I use no auto-tune on it at all. And I'm like very pitchy on a lot of these songs, like no vocal warm-ups or anything. It's just straight expression. And it's cool to me because it kind of sounds like it's haunting almost, because some of the pitches are so off. Well, so it's cool to me. But yeah, I allowed myself to play with this album. Human. That's why it's human, man. We all have mistakes, man. And I think in this weird world where we're in right now, especially with AI, I think the best counteraction towards AI is to be more human. There's this effect towards like robots. It's like if robots look too realistic, like we feel uneasy, you know, because there's no soul behind it. You know, there's no soul behind the eyes. There's no soul behind it. So it's just like, we're not even trained, like we're not trained to love that kind of stuff. We're trained to love human beings. Or I shouldn't say trained, but we're brought up, we're social creatures. So the fact that AI is being seen as like this thing it's replacing human interaction and just human connection. And you know, it'll never win if it does that. You know, it'll never win if it does that. So this is very anti-AI, even though I did use an AI sample on one of these songs. Man is What He Believes. It was just an old beat that I had, and I was like, man, let's rap. I have a process of me recording that whole song that I'm gonna drop too. But other than that, man, like, I'm just like anti-AI with that, you know. What's crazy is like, I have Eye Behind the Eye and Gratitude Freestyle and Come Home Safe. Those are all on AI beats. You know, I was just in this headspace of just, I want to rap. But like, I gave up a part of myself doing that, you know. Part of me just loves the musicality of just creating my own beats. So I think we also have to remember that, you know, when using AI, we're robbing ourselves of a opportunity to grow. Like, we're robbing ourselves of the opportunity to, like, music is therapy. Music is learning piano, learning skills, and like, it wards off dementia. Like, you're losing, like, you think that, you know, AI is helping you, but it's helping you create a product, but it's not helping you be a creative. Or, I mean, it can, I guess. I'm not gonna try to totally shit on AI. I still use ChatGPT, but I just wanted to just, you know, be human. I think AI will never be able to create like a Beethoven beat, because Beethoven just chooses cheesy sounds that AI will never try to choose. It always wants to sound realistic in a certain way. So I think we also need to stop acting like AI is the future. I mean, it is the future, but it's not all the future is about. Humanness is still what we love, and it's really not that innovative, you know. It's so much based on what has already been created in the past. I just feel like AI is just so much, you know, we just want certainty so bad, and AI kind of provides that false blanket of certainty, but it's not certain. You know, there's a ton of trash with AI. There's a ton of trash that will never be a hit record with AI. The cover of this record is my daughter's artwork. I think we have to remember that we're all artists. Like, I think a lot of people's story could be in a book. It's full of ups and downs. It's full of tragedy and recovering from tragedy. And I think society sometimes makes us forget the artistry of it all. And we think that, oh, I can't paint a Mona Lisa, so I'm not an artist. But, you know, we're all artists. And I want my daughter to understand that, you know, and realize that, you know, she was actually, this is like the first time I ever seen her draw a straight line. You know, and she was drawing straight line, and that's like, she learned that herself, and there's beauty behind that. I think, you know, it's a human growing and creating, not based off you know, what teachers or society told her to do. It was just her true expression. And that's why I use it as artwork, because at the end of the day, you throw this in front of, you know, some art snob and he's like, what is this? What is this? What is this? You know what I'm saying? It's a human expression and there's beauty in that. It doesn't always have to be technical, and it doesn't have to be like that. I think anybody should just create and don't worry about the boundaries and what the rules are. Art has no rules. All right, let's talk about some of these tracks on this album. Number 1, Big Unk.
We still know what that old shit was. Big wake up in the morning, big bagel in the coffee, big get your money on, get your money on. It's fuck 12, but I had nodded to 2 cops. It's big I'm in a Corolla blasting Tupac.
This is absolutely the worst song I've ever created. It's like the worst song I've ever created, and it's number 1. I've heard so many rules, like you start the album off with the best song. F that. We're not doing rules right now. We're doing what we want to do. We're playing, we're having fun. But there's this weird thing about just culture, and well, I won't say culture, society, where people are scared to grow old. I'm not, like, as soon as I have gray hairs, I'm rocking that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so Big Unk is just the acceptance of that. Like, I'm not one of these, you know, I'm not, like, I go to work. I have a 401k, like, but it's kind of in the same vein of, like, I would say like a Lil B, just something that's just so playful, but it's like real at the same time. It's like, it's a troll song for sure. And a lot of people are probably gonna be turned off by this song, but I love it because it's something out of my norm, and I started the album with it. I don't think there's anything ugly about growing old. I think it's a beautiful process, and I just wanted to embrace that. Track 2, Life Ain't Easy.
Like my shadow side is dark. I'm trying to guard my heart. Don't wanna be so scared that I rip y'all apart. Break it down like ARPs. Trying to make this art. Yeah.
What doesn't kill me's gonna make me strong. All alone, you know that life ain't easy.
I love that chorus. That chorus is just, it speaks to my soul, right? Life ain't easy is just about, you know, life isn't easy for any of us, I think. You know what I'm saying? You have to wonder what's in the head of somebody who needs $1 trillion. Really, like, where's the stop button? Can they live more lavishly? Yes, but like, does that make their life is better? I mean, according to society, but there's no telling what kind of demons these people have. I mean, Epstein, a lot of rich people was on the Epstein Island. You know, a lot of sick motherfuckers, bro, and just like power hungry, power complexes. You know, you think somebody's living such a better life. You know, we like to devalue our own selves and be like, yo, man, Nicki Minaj has millions of dollars, but she's still tripping the hell out on Twitter, you know? Like, you know, you'd think somebody with millions of dollars would have peace, but these people don't have peace. It's not just about them, it's just about us too. Like, life is not easy, you know? You have to face your problems, you have to face your fears, you have to have courage. Sometimes we act like struggling just stops. Struggles continues forever, you know? And it doesn't mean just because you take an L. I know a lot of these songs like, you know, I never took an L, you know, but everybody takes L's, man. Doesn't mean you're any less of a person. Doesn't mean you can't bounce back. Doesn't mean that life isn't worth living. 3, we got Don't Bang My Line.
Just positions of no blues and of no reefer. My lady hold me down, she's such a keeper. Throughout the years I felt who's really by my side. If it ain't about the door, don't bang my line.
I be smoking weed up all the time. You should be Corona with the lime. Type to get all drunk and wanna fight. Willie D, you finna read these lines.
This is one of the first songs that I made. It wasn't about anything in specific. I was just going. I just had a dope beat that I made on Fruity Loops. This is the one beat I made on FL Studio. I've been using FL Studio a lot more, but I made the beat and the chorus just came to me, and then the verse just came to me. I don't really need to discuss it that much. You know, this is not a deep song. This is when I was like, I'm not reading no more. I was just listening to music at work. But it's cool. It's a cool song. I vibed with it. I love it. You know, just me playing with my voice and just trying stuff. Just playing around. Or we got needed.
Like they trained them like money and power, respect I needed. Give me about this debt I needed. Give me about this stress I needed. Money and power, respect I needed. Give me about this stress I needed. Baby, I'm tired of working these jobs. All this tongue biting, I'm a fraud. Ass kissing don't make me hard. I'm either a mental case or a star. Northern Lights in these jars. Dreamt of buying these cars. Since Carl Canine with that large. Bitch.
This is in the same vein. I probably wrote this the same time that I wrote Bang My Line. I had the beat. I actually have a video of me making this beat live. But yeah, it's kind of on the same beat, on the same vein, you know, frustration, bro. Like I can't stand work sometimes. Like respect, like it's just like a waste of time sometimes. So this is just my frustration about that. Like sometimes it feels like, especially with the way society rewards titles and wins, like shit, I need to have a banging car. Like I need to have, you know, people need to fear me. Like people need to, you know, respect my power, you know. And you know, this is pretty much just that kind of side of me, like kind of shadow work, right? But it's real, it's frustration. 5, we have Sisyphus.
Make your meaning of it. Lately I don't even shave. Old wise been telling you things. Jay lied when he said never change. Sound good, but nothing's the same. That's death, decay. My body reacts to the rain. I'm an animal down in my ways, but I'm conscious of it, I'm straight. Human, this is finding meaning in this carnage that we deep in. They say death cures all your problems, but the problems that we thinking. Loud sounding like a shriek in these.
This is one of my faves. Oh wait, actually I made this beat. No, I did not make this beat on FL Studio. I made this in Studio One. Sisyphus, The Curse of Sisyphus by Albert Camus is a dope book. This is kind of inspired by that. Definitely inspired by that. Sisyphus is that dude, that mythological dude who had to push the rock up the hill, and then it will fall back down, and kept pushing it. So it's kind of just the mundaneness, right? But you know, The Curse of Sisyphus talks more about like, that's kind of just how we live life. Like I said previously, we all struggle, and you know, the struggle is a continuous process. But what's human about us is like we're able to take those struggles and give meaning to them, and really that meaning keeps us going. You know, some find meaning, you know, with God, but you can create your own meaning, you know. I was blessed with the ability to have be a delusional motherfucker, right? So like fucking, I can walk outside and a thunderbolt hit me in the head, and I'm like, man, I'm Zeus, nigga. You know, I could find crazy, I could find meaning in anything, and I hope you can too. I don't know if the average person does, but you know, there's a reason why astrology is such a big thing, tarot cards and metaphysical things like that, to where, you know, we just give meaning to things. You know, I walk outside, I trip. I trip and I land in a bush, a rose bush or some shit, and, you know, go to the cards and it tells me that, I don't know, death card. And then, you know, I create a meaning behind that event. And that's kind of what Sisyphus just is about. You know, it's about, so many of us are just trapped by facades. For instance, like not having a lot of money. Like, yes, it's like, yeah, when those eviction letters come in, yeah, it hits, right? But it doesn't have to stop you. It doesn't have to stop the grind. It doesn't have to stop the meaning. It doesn't have to be like, oh man, I'm a loser. You know what I'm saying? It could be like, yo, I need to work harder. I need to push harder. I need to do something different. It doesn't necessarily mean that, you know, to throw your hands up and give up. You can give meaning to that. I did the little offbeat flow. Like that's like rapping offbeat is like the hardest thing to me, because I'm just so used to just everything has to connect to where it connects. And I rapped on the snare, so it's like the in between might be off, but I still hit the snare, so I still struggle with that. But you know, I said, can see my specialness in Wilt Chamberlain these chicks. A caveman can do that. Put these dreads on these do-rag. Score this 100 points. Motherfucker said I'd be dead or in the joint. Song getting coin, right? And that to me just like, you know, promiscuity, you know, there's no meaning behind that. And I probably shouldn't have said like, gave getting money so much meaning, but we do that. We have doubters and it motivates us to step on them, you know? But I don't know, that's beside the point. After Sisyphus, we have things.
Little things,
Big money. Pray these folks don't try to take it from me. It's just not a thing that I want. Shining, diamonds, mobbing, popping. I've been shopping, topping, copping. I can't chop with broke ass problems. You plush that life, time to solve it.
This is an old joint. This is kind of an old joint, but I just had like a 4-bar beat. I mean, the drums switched up, but I had like a 4-bar beat. I think like there's 3 songs where I just rapped to just the beat, these 4-bar loops, and recorded a whole song, and then I just came in and I produced over top of the vocals. Testing 1 2 3, and that's and I think I, you know, I used to be scared of this because I did this for, like, if you, people probably don't know my old stuff. You know, I used to just go by my government name, Malcolm Smalls, and I had Old Head and Malik Trapped. Those are 2 tapes that I did the same kind of process, but I didn't know what I was doing. So it's a lot of it's just overproduced and just overly done. And I didn't know too much about chords. Like, chords are like the basis to everything. If you know chords, like, it took me so long to just, I should have just, when I first started piano, I should have just did chords. Because once you know chords, like, you're able to play them in different ways and versions and do whatever and whatnot. But this is like, I finally feel like I could do that kind of production where I just do a 4-bar loop and then just throw stuff on top of it. I feel like I could do that now and it not be crazy and just all over the place. So that's what I did with this one. Things is just about going too far. Going too far in our need to possess. In our need to possess and our need for property. I guess having things is nice. But yeah, we go too far. We step on people, we hurt people. And I think this is just about, it's kind of like storytelling, I guess, or just, I don't know. I just wanted to show how ridiculous it is, you know. And in the end, I say the police raided and killed my son, right? But with this lawsuit, I'm gonna get gold. I'm gonna get so much money that I'm gonna give out gold to all my homies. And I'm in the cell right now, still bragging about this lawsuit and getting this money while I'm in a cell. And I'm opening up a shop in my cell, and it's just like, damn, like even in there, you still obsessed with things. And you know, of course, it's kind of like far-fetched, but it's really not. Like, people really kill over things. People get stepped on over things, and it has to be a consciousness about that. Like, this shit is sick. Like, these are just things, bro. Life is so much more important. And I just kind of wanted to do that because sometimes I also feel myself like addicted to things. When my mother passed and I got that insurance money, I bought so many things, you know. It's kind of a blessing in disguise because it taught me that it shows that I'm just as addicted to things as everybody else. But after losing it all and starting back at square one, it's just like, nigga, I feel, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm more creative, like I'm happy, you know? I'm happy starting with this weak ass equipment and just like, I'm not worried about, oh man, I got this crazy $10,000 microphone and it has to sound perfect. Like, no, nigga, if my mic gives out tomorrow, nigga, I'm gonna be rapping on my Apple, my motherfucking iPhone. Like, this is a passion, like, and I can't let things stop the creativity or things stop me from living and being happy and being satisfied. I don't need things. It's part of that, but it's also just recognizing that inside myself. After things, we have Athena.
Keep me growing. I've been praying, and I've been smoking. Then I'm so scared that I've been coasting, afraid to dive in, cause I'm so broken. Athena, hold me, don't wanna blow this. If I love you too much, will I lose this moment? Athena, I'm ready to crash out on them till I seen ya. I'm a head.
To the Greeks, Athena was the goddess of strategy, logical thinking, and reason. So this is just kind of my tribute, I guess, to reason or rational thinking, because sometimes, I won't say we could be led astray from emotions, but sometimes we could reinterpret the emotions in the wrong way. And this is just calling out for logic, to just have a think about things. Yeah, so I wanted to make a love song to Athena almost. Not to say that reason's everything, because I'm still a passionate human being. And a lot of our logic is comes from our emotions. You know, if I'm off put by something, I'm gonna create logic to discuss that off-putting, but that's an emotion. Logic, of course, is too overly praised because emotions play such a big part in logic in general. So at the end of the verse, I say, if I love you too much, will I lose this moment? And you know, that's a struggle. I'm a very introverted person. I'm a very introspective person, and you know, at times you can lose the moment by thinking too much. Yes, sir. Hey, I'm fresh off of work too. I just trimmed the beard, you know what I'm saying? Amazon, what's up? LGBA, yeah. After that, we have Man Is What He Believes.
Trouble. Going through my phone like you some fucking gumshoe. Had to smash a friend, I made her come too. Cheat before you cheat me, know you want to. You all the same. And no one cares about my pain. Paranoia is the price I pay. By my lonely plotting on you, cause I like y'all chains. In broad day, run your shit, nigga. This gun win.
This is an Anton Chekhov quote, I think. We get so attached to identities that we start to believe that these identities, actually, if I'm talking about infinite finite games, right? He calls these roles. Society gives us roles, and we act like these roles are actually us, you know. But they're divided. They divide us against ourselves because we're whole people that are bigger than these roles, right? Man Is What He Believes is just about a person who believes in the role, and you know, his emotions is shaped around this role. And a lot of people are like that in this world, where it's just like, okay, even me, like saying I'm an introvert. One of my favorite lines is, life ain't easy. I'm an introvert, but I love people. You know, so many introverts are so stuck in that role of just being an introvert that they just like, oh, I don't like people. And it's just like, you know, just because you're an introvert doesn't mean you can't like love people. Like, you know, it does not mean like, it doesn't mean you're antisocial or asocial, I should say. It doesn't have to mean that. We are whole people, man. And like, I think any introvert have a conversation with a person and we're talking about what we like, you know, they're gonna feel that energy too, I think, in my head. I don't know. They're gonna feel that energy of too, that connection. Like, we are touched by people. We have the ability, we have the free will to believe and to move forward. You know, some people are just so stuck in the past, and you know, oh, this one person hurt me, so I'm just gonna act like all people can hurt me, and you know, I'm just gonna step on people. You know, it doesn't have to be like that. You have the past is the past. You could leave the past in the past. A good book about this is, hey, can you chill the fuck out? The past is the past, and it doesn't have to affect your future. Yes, there is a thing called trauma. Courage to be discouraged. Bro, chill out. Yeah, one of the biggest, I guess, faults and courage to be disliked that I've read in the reviews is that he says trauma isn't real or something like that. Of course there's trauma, you know, of course there's. He also says in his book, he talks about a story about, you know, how he's short. So like physical stuff like that, yes, trauma could be so bad that it physically affects your brain. Not all trauma is that like that, you know. A lot of this trauma that, you know, we can reshape our lives through, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think when he said trauma isn't real, he's talking about that kind of trauma, because he straight up says like it's physical. If it's just physically, you know, a person with no arms can't just act like, oh, I have arms, you know what I'm saying? He said something like that in that book. So I feel like it's trauma that physically affects your brain, but if it's trauma, but you know, that's very, I don't know, I'm not a psychologist, but to me that's a very rare kind of trauma. And anyways, this book's just about pushing forward through it all anyway, and not letting your past destroy you, destroy your present. I love it because it's like an over exaggeration of kind of sometimes of the feelings that I have. Like I'm being a lot more of an open person, a lot more trusting person. Just trying to have my own traumas that I'm trying to overcome. And you know, you get hurt and you swear off everybody. So some of it is kind of like, of course it's not as dramatic. I don't be thinking about killing people and shooting people and being a killer or robbing people, but I still think like it's shadow work. I like playing these stories of where I'm like making music like everybody else makes shoot 'em up music. I'm gonna step on you, I'm gonna walk you down music, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, and I'm attracted to that kind of music. Like I'm an animal too. Like I'm not actively going out and shooting people or robbing people, but I have the same capabilities as everybody else to do that. We all have evil in us, and good, of course, but we all, like, we're animals, dude. We're animals, bro. I can relate to it, even though it's not my life. I think it's just about understanding that man is what he believes he is. You know, at the end of the day, bro, if you're gonna believe you're a killer, you're gonna act like a killer. You know, if you believe you're a bad person, you're gonna act like a bad person. But we have the choice, the free will, to see ourselves in better light, but also still, you know, recognize that shit is a part of you and whatnot. Let's go to the next song. This song's way crazy. 9 we have Damn Nature, You Crazy.
Nature's so damn crazy.
Damn nature,
Nature's so damn crazy.
damn nature,
Nature's so damn crazy.
damn nature,
Nature's so damn crazy.
damn.
6 million Jews were killed, the Germans said they cleaning cities up. Shots would follow slave ships, cause human beings were used as chump. Then one of you niggas jump. Now these clips are drums, gang bang, damn shame, at least they ain't shooting schools up.
This is probably my fave. It's probably my fave. Again, this is another, though actually Man Is What He Believes also was a 4-bar loop. That's the one with the AI sample too. And I wrote to it, recorded to it, and then I made a beat on top. And this is another one that I did that. Had a 4-bar loop that was crazy. Just, I had the idea of just, I have me recording this song too. I had this idea of human nature, man. Human nature is a part of nature. And nature is crazy. There's crazy stuff that happens, bro. In this book, Finite and Infinite Games, right? I didn't realize this was a saying was the only good Indian is a dead Indian. Like Theodore Roosevelt said that shit. Isn't that twisted? And why were these people killed? Because they were supposed to be savages, right? But we did the most, I won't say we, let me rephrase that, but Europeans did some of the most savage shit in order to exterminate the savages. You know, that's oppression for you. I'm not pointing the fingers on this album. You know, I did that a lot, you know, especially as a conscious rapper. You feel like you have to play the same politics and, you know, strategies, and us versus them is a huge strategy. You know, we make an enemy. The enemy is the mumble rappers. The enemy is gangster rap. The enemy is this and that, this and that. And you know, it's a marketing technique, but it's a oppressive one. You know, the reality is we're all terrified. We try to find ways to empower ourselves, and a lot of that leads into power complexes and oppressing and trying to get this control and this certainty, right? The weakness of us is we're fucking wicked. You just have to be conscious of it. You have to be conscious that it's in you. And once you realize it's like, you know, if you do it unconsciously, you just feel like you're doing the right thing. But the right thing is not oppressing people. The right thing is not stepping on people and destroying people. because they're different from us. I never understood racism, bro. Like at the end of the day, like everybody has the potential to rob me right now. Everybody has the potential to shoot me right now. Doesn't matter if you're white, doesn't matter if you're black, doesn't matter if you're Asian. Everybody has the potential to kill me right now. How do you only lock your doors when black people are around and clutch your bag when black people are around? Like white people don't rob people. Like it's twisted to me. So this is just like really just breaking down. Like you gotta just be real about it. We're all sick. Cool thing that I read in Man and His Symbols, right? That had me really thinking. I need to look more into it. To white people, black people resemble their unconscious, right? So instead of just addressing their own unconscious, they project onto other people. And that could go back to what I said about, you know, Indians, Native Americans being savages, right? Instead of addressing that in themselves, they projected it onto people. I doubt they really realized, okay, we're giving smallpox blankets to people. We're giving smallpox blankets to people to cause a genocide. Hey, maybe we're the fucking savages. And that's what happens when you're unconscious about it. You have to be conscious about your shadow side and your dark side. And if you don't, you know, you project it onto other people. And that really just made me think a lot about, you know, the black struggle. And, you know, white people sell the same amount of drugs as black people, but they're searched less and they're given less time. You know, that's fact. So it's like, come on, bro. It's like, you see the dynamic and it just makes you wonder. Damn, nature, you crazy. Nature's fucking crazy, bro. Next we have Dominate Me.
You teach me how to open up, that's been the scariest. I fuck up, you still here, that's what marriage is.
Queen and singer, you can sit on me.
Dominate me, baby.
Queen and singer, you can sit on me.
Dominate me, baby. Run a business, take care of the kid. Appreciate you cause you the shit.
Another one of my faves, man. I love this whole tape. I ain't gonna lie, except Big On. But Dominate Me, this has been a long time coming. I've had this concept for a long time. I read In Between Us, is that what it's called? By Tariq Coates, whatever his name is. Whatever that book he wrote, it was like right after, was it George Floyd or was it Trayvon? It's pretty old. It had to be way before George Floyd or Trayvon, I think. But I think it's supposed to be like a letter to his son or something. Like, I don't really remember that much of it, but I remember he told the story of Queen Nzinga. Can y'all shut the fuck up, dude? Queen Nzinga was a ruler in Africa. I'm sorry I don't know the country off the top of my head. But apparently she was meeting up with the Portuguese, right? And since she was a woman, the guy refused to give her a seat. And so one of her servants became her seat, and like a human throne, and she sat on her back. Or I don't know if it was a her or it could have been a him servant. I don't know if I could justify turning that into a sexual song, but it's an interplay between, you know, sexuality and feminism, I guess. I see equality, you know what I'm saying? I don't understand the incel movement, the red pill, the Kevin Samuels bullshit. Like, I don't, rest in peace to him, but yeah, I haven't really watched this stuff, so I probably shouldn't throw him in the red pill groups and whatnot, the manosphere groups. It's weird to me. Like, we all came from a woman. Like, how could you devalue women when we all came from a woman? Just because they're not your object, basically. You know what I'm saying? Like, they have the right to say no and not fuck with you. And because of that, men get so angry, like, no, I deserve to smash because I spent $1,000 on you. It's just like, these are people. They're not objects. It's just a feminist track. We need more of that in rap music. Empower women, right? Then we have I Love God.
Go shit, I gotta squeeze this shit out life. Even no pit, nor my soul needs it. I've been shitting on my dick cause times are hard. Tell the Lord that I surrender, I love God. Don't compare me with nobody, fuck them all. It's enough that I'm here, I love God. And I don't need to fit what they thought, cause the Lord's gonna set me, I love God. Man's ruled by his ego, I'm appalled.
This is an amazing song for me. I'm not very religious in the terms of, I don't go to church. I don't even know what God is, but I just feel like there are moments, serendipity, right? Like little things that maybe this is just me making meaning in itself. Let's think about it. Like when the water's flooded, you know, we said God hated us, right? God's mad at us. So people did better, you know? We just create meaning so much, right? I feel God. I feel there's something bigger. And I think this is just me realizing that just me being here is enough. Me being me is enough, you know? Society tells you you should be this way. Fuck that, bro. That's society. Like, God made me this way. God made me a whole person. Just sit there and devalue me as a person because you're comparing me to somebody else because I'm not moving the way you think I should move. It's insane. I think it's just having that strength to just be like, you know what? I love myself as I am. God has my back as I am. All these rules and bullshit, like that's come on, man. That's man-made shit. That's societal shit. Shut the fuck up, dude. I just think this is just liberation to me. And it ends the album perfectly because this whole thing's about being flawed individuals. Through it all, it's accepting that we're flawed individuals. Yeah. It was way longer than I expected it to be, but I think it's done. Human. Please listen to this on iTunes. Please buy this on iTunes. Yeah, rock with it. I love it. More music coming soon, man. Music's not gonna stop. I can't stop. I love it too much. I mean, even though I should just market this and push this out and do everything around evolving this, I don't care anymore. I'm not competing anymore. I'm done with the competition. I'm playing the infinite game. A lot of people stop. They don't make it at 30. They quit. They do whatever. This is not about that. This is self-discovery. This is self-acceptance. This is self-love. This is art. This is art. And when you start looking at it as art, some artists don't make a single dollar until they die, you know. And they still did it. Charles Bukowski was 40 when his first shit started popping off. You know, when you play that finite game, you know, you hit 30, you're like, nah, man, I gotta quit and do something else. But if you play the infinite game, it just doesn't matter. Time is irrelevant, right? Just do it. Have fun, enjoy, play. Wear many roles. I'm a warehouse worker, nigga. I'm a warehouse worker slash rapper. Whatever, man. We done. Human. Stream that. Bang that. Let's go.